What's up, guys? I think I had my mic off. Okay, so the first one I'm watching is DRYS. It's gapping up some, former runner. AGEN, although I don't like this one as much just because it gave up a lot of that gain, but we'll see if it can break over $5. You can see a range here in between 482 and 550, and so we'll see what it does there. RPRX, a little bit cheaper of a stock, but it's gapping up some. It's at 58 cents now. EVOK, it's at 385 right now. I don't like the fact that it gave up most of this big push, but we'll see what it does. What else? TEUM needs to pick up some volume if I'm going to trade it. ENRJ, don't necessarily like this one, but it is gapping up some. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to my XNET, gapping up some as well, and MARK. And so we'll see what all these do. I'm not in love with this morning. There's not a ton of good big gappers and movers, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and add my watch list to the chat. Good morning, Graham and Jake. What's up, y'all? But I'm going to go ahead and add my watch list to the chat. What's the stream look like, Jake and Graham? It looks good. Everything clear, volume good. Here's my watch list. See if I can find anything else that's moving as well. I want to see if RPRX can push over this 60-cent level. Also curious to see what DRYS does. This one's a former runner. The daily chart is just kind of confusing because it never actually went up this high, I don't think. It only got up to broke over 100. I'm not sure why this says that, but it definitely is a former runner, as you can tell. And so we'll see how it moves. See if we can break over this 433 point. TRXC. Yeah, I do like that one. Yeah, you see the channel? It's in between this 354 point and this 338 point. Maybe a little bit higher than that, but we'll see. Could be here, 335, and this 354 point. And so, yeah, we'll see which one it breaks. This one's been moving a lot these last few weeks. And so we'll see if it moves and breaks one of these. If it breaks below this, I don't like it at 337. But if it can break over this, I like it. So we'll see what it does. Hopefully it moves some at the open. But I'll watch that one for sure as well. Yeah, it does have this channel here. The channel could be right here. So we'll see what it does. We'll just leave it there for now just to see. Because, I mean, if it breaks this, it's going to try to break that. And so we'll see. ARGS, Dave. Yeah, it just didn't have any volume. That's the problem with it. You know, it just doesn't have that much volume, but it's sitting right at 19 now, so I'll watch it over this 20-cent area to see, but it just doesn't have a lot of volume. Okay, so we're also looking at RPRX. Like I said, we're gonna look at ARGS. I'll put it on my other screen, so we'll see about that one. TISA, although the volume's not great on it, so we'll see what this one does as well. Not a ton of volume, but it's moving a little bit. Volume just picked up on this last candle on TISA, guys. So watching TISA now, that it had this big spike in volume. We'll see what it does here. Also watching TEUM, TEUM, excuse me, and EVOK. Although EVOK and what's the other one? Good morning, Sandra. EVOK and AGEN gave up most of these big pushes, so I don't like these as much as I would have if they would have just held at least this much of the gains, because they gave them up. But there's obvious support here at this 480 mark on AGEN, so watching it to see if it can break that or break $5. We'll see. And then EVOK, same kind of thing, although this one had support here at 363 and 368. So in the 360s, this one found support. So we'll see what that one does as well. Also watching XENT. Pushing up some, broke over the whole dollar, had some volume. Not a ton though. So we'll see what XNET does. Watching ENRJ as well. Although this one, I don't know how I feel about this one. This one tried to break $1 and then got bounced all the way back down to 44 cents the next day. And so I don't necessarily love it. TISA still making another push, guys. It's up to 172. So check out TISA. Gonna look at MARK as well, although I don't like this one as much either, just because it gave up most of its gains, although it wasn't as big of a push. And so we'll see what it does. It might fill the rest of this gap here, and so we'll watch it. Morning, Dave. We'll see if I can find anything else. I'm gonna stop watching market. Just gave up that whole gain. KLAC. ATOS. Gonna watch ATOS. Decent volume so far in after hours for ATOS. And TRXC is testing that high. I would prefer it don't break that high now, because I would rather wait to see if it could push up. If it breaks the high now on TRXC, I like it a lot less, just because I would rather it stay in this channel and then break the channel at the open so I can actually trade it. If it breaks it now, it's a little bit too early for me to trade it. I can't trade pre-market and after hours, so we'll see what TRXC does. TISA, guys, testing the high. TISA might start running, guys. Let's watch it. It's up to 173 right at that high of day, so we'll see. TISA broke that high of the day. ATOS is testing that high of the day as well. Alright, so TISA is starting to run. Wow. We'll see what it does here. Like I said, I would have preferred that to wait. All of these, I would have rather them wait to break until the open. But I mean, I guess it shows strength if they break it now, but I would still rather it not get overextended before the open, so I can actually have a chance to trade it on ATOS and TISA. We'll see. TRXC might be holding resistance here at 354. We'll see what it does. Good morning, Andre. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Andre. I would rather it not test that previous high though, because as I think as Dallas pointed out, you can see there's this channel, this defined range right here in between 337. See, there it goes. It just broke it, and I would have rathered it not, but oh well. It does show strength, but we'll see what it does now. Up to 359. Reached the high in pre-market so far of 361, and so we'll see what it does. I don't like it as much now that it broke it, but it does show strength. We'll see it. We'll see if it can hold support over this 354 level now. Let's look at the daily on TRXC. Yeah, I mean, it could give way for a little push. Kind of flagging a little bit, although this was a really big pullback on the daily, and so we'll see if it can, you know, make another push, hold over the 350s. Watching RPRX now at 57 cents. Its high of after hours was 60 cents. It's still technically gapping up a small amount, so we'll see. But at 57 cents now. Watching TISA, it just made like a little push. Volume picked up, and so I like this one a lot more than I did before. Same thing with ATOS. Volume kind of picked up. It's at right around that previous high of pre-market, so we'll see. XNET starting to push up a little bit. We'll see if this one can push up, break this. It's got a little bit of a range here. So we'll see what this one does. PSTI auto body. Yeah, I want to see the volume pick up a little bit on this one, but we'll see if it can break this 188 cent area. TISA giving it all back now after that big push. Wow. Down to 168. I mean, I like the spike in volume, but we'll see what it does now. If you like the more expensive stocks, there's also AIMT. Big gap up, huge gap up, really, almost 100%. Let's see, it closed at $25.66. It reached $43, so not quite 100%, but it did gap up nicely, and it also has this little channel forming here. And I mean, I guess we could do it here, but there's been more resistance there, so we'll see what it does there. Just broke over it. I didn't see the end. Let me see. Yeah, don't like it as much now. We'll see. See if it holds over 35. That's the big point. TISA is pushing up again. Got rejected back down. It's at 168 now. We'll see if it can flag here. TRXC finally broke above this range. UStock train. I'm not sure what that is, Adams. I'm assuming it's like a simulator from UStock, but I just don't. I'd never even used that before. I mean, I use UStock trade, but I don't use UStock train, and so I haven't. What's up, LB? Good morning, man. All right, we're up to 363 on TRXC. AIMT falling down, breaking under 35. And we'll see EVOK does here. I'm watching XNet as well, XENT. Yeah, James, I've never used UStock Train. You know, I'm assuming it's a simulator, but yeah, I've never used it, so I can't really say anything about it. ATOS breaking over that previous high at 56 cents. It's up to 57 cents. We'll see if the volume starts to spike on this one now that it broke over that previous high. Watching TISA now to see if this big volume spike continues and that if it can kind of flag here in pre-market. But we'll see if it has the chance to break over this 176 level at the open. TRXC kind of pulling back here, maybe flagging a little bit. We'll see what it does. I definitely don't like ENRJ that much anymore. It gave up most of that big push. It's at 40 cents now. And I just don't like this big pullback. It most likely won't do much today. If it does do something, in my opinion, it will just wash out if it does anything, but we'll see. Watching TEUM. We'll see what TEUM does here. A little bit of a range in between 117 and 125, so we'll see what it does there. TISA pushing up nicely, and after hours it's at 174 now. TRXC dropping all the way back down to 354. So we'll watch that area. Good morning, Oscar. Yeah, we'll see what everything does here. Watching TISA and TRXC. Those are moving a decent amount in after hours so far. EBOK is moving as well. And AGEN. But I don't like these as much just because they had these really big pushes and then they gave most of it back. And so I don't like it as much. But we'll see. That one seemed to find a lot of support there at that 481 level, so I'll draw a line right there to watch it to see if it holds that. What's up, Troy? You said CTX trying to acquire KTCC. Yeah, KTCC's gapping up really nicely. Yeah, this one's gapping up some. At $11. Look at this big 1 minute candle though. It's a $2 drop in a minute. That's a scary candle right there. Watching TISA, see if it flags right here. Makes this push. I would rather it not break this before the open. I'd rather it test this 176 level at the open so I can try to get in at the pre-market high break. I want to see ATOS push back up and start to kind of at least sit around this previous high but not test it. We'll see. TRXC, want to see it hold over this previous high right here at 353 now. And just over the 350s in general. Watching XNET. Just got a little bit of a range forming here and here. We'll see what it does. AGEN starting to try to push back a little bit, trying to break $5 now, so we'll see. We'll see what AGEN does. I don't like ENRJ as much anymore just because it's kind of an ugly chart now. Let's see. It gave up most of this big push. Technically it's gapping up by 1 penny, but it just gave up most of this big push, so I don't like it as much anymore. We'll see though. AIMT if you like the more expensive stocks. We'll see what that one does. EV, okay. Another big one that pushed up and gave up most of those gains, and so I don't like it as much anymore. Let's see what else there is. STX, if you like the more expensive ones. This one's flagging and pushing up really nicely, so a lot of volume. Looks like, yeah, a decent amount of volume for a more expensive stock, so STX looks good. PSTI, not a ton of volume. We'll see if it can pick up. BOIL, decent volume, not bad. If it, you know, not great, but not bad at 863. So we'll see what that one does. And we'll see if TRXC can hold over this previous high right there at this 354 point. Okay, so I'm probably going to be watching ATOS, TISA, TRXC, and let me see, XNET on my main monitor just to see what these do here. Alright, so we'll see what these four do. Also watching EVOK, AGEN, ENRJ, AIMT, DRYS, gonna watch DRYS. DRYS is a little bit more notorious of a stock. It's definitely a former runner, but we'll see what it does. It's washed out some in the past, also faked people out as well. So we'll see. We'll see if it can hold over this previous high right here at this 380 area. So it broke over it for a split second and after hours in pre-market, but then it fell back under it. So I'm watching that 380 level for DRYS, and then obviously this 382 high. Good morning, Chi. Thanks, Robert. Hope so, man. Hope so. OVAS, Troy. Oh, I do like that one. That one started a kind of late day push on Friday. Now it's sitting right at that previous high at 156. We'll see if the volume can pick up. That's the biggest thing with OVAS, but I do like that one. BIOA. Yeah, I mean, technically it's gapping up by 0.0025, but we'll see. Let's look at the daily for this one. I mean, if this one can break over 90 cents, it has some room, 95 cents. But I mean, on it really, if it can break over 77 cents, 73 cents, if it can break over that 73-cent area, it has some room. And so, yeah, we'll watch it over this. If it can break over this high and really just this right here, this 73-cent area, it has a gap on the daily chart. And so we'll watch BIOA as well. See if it can break that. ATHX, Troy. Yeah, I mean, it's at 202 now. We'll see what this one does as well. Let's look at the daily. I don't know if I like the daily. Could find, I mean, well, let me see where it's at again. Yeah, it's at 202. We'll see if it holds over $2. That's what I really want to see it do. If it can hold over $2, it might look good, but I'm worried this is a bear flag right here. Bounces up and then starts to flag more. We'll see. Gotta be careful with ATHX. And guys, if you're just now joining the stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see me day trade my small account live at the open every weekday morning. Also, like this stream if you want to help support us, guys. We really appreciate it. Gonna watch ATOS at the open. It's had decent volume so far in after hours for, you know, relative to what it was previously. So it's at 56.5 cents now. We'll see if it can break 57. Watching TISA, it's at 71 cents now. See if it can flag up and break this 76-cent area, this 176 point. Same thing with TRXC. Gonna see if it's gonna flag a little bit and hold support over this 354 level. We'll see what that one's gonna do. Watching DRYS. As you can see by the daily chart, it's a former runner. We'll see if it can break that 382 area, currently at 373. Watching XNET. It's got a little bit of a range in between $7 and $7.40. So we'll see which side it breaks on XNET. I think like Troy was called out watching EOBAS. I'm sorry. Sitting right at that high of Friday at 156. So we'll see if we can break that. If you like the more expensive stocks, there's STX pushing up really big volume, pushing up nicely, broke over 39. We'll see if it flags right here. Although this one's a little bit too overextended for me right now, but it still could run, and so we'll watch it. Another expensive one, AIMT. It's at 35.50 even right now, and so we'll see if it can kind of rebound here. It's got a little bit of a range in between these two. We'll see if it can hold over 35. EBOK and AGEN. I don't like these two as much just because they made these big pushes and they gave most of it back, but I'll watch them nevertheless. And I know there's a few other ones. PSTI, not a huge gap up and not a lot of volume, so we'll see what that one does. STX, like I said, BOIL, gap up a little bit, PSTI. So we'll see what these do. Stay watching DRYS though. So we'll watch these ATOS right after that high of the day. So we'll see, guys. TISA news. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my phone. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Looking up this TISA news. Gonna see what this TISA news is. So TISA launched a new platform. It's a cloud-based accounts payable solution for SAP. And so that's good news. That's why it's up. So we'll watch it. TISA. See if it makes this push at the open. Kind of see a little bit of a range forming here. In between this 170 and 176 level. Man, it's cold here in Texas today. It's got to be like 30 degrees here. So I've been waiting for it to get colder. But man, it's cold this morning. ATOS news, Troy. Yeah, I could kind of tell there was something going on with these three right here. Or these two, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sitting, ATOS sitting right at that high. I would rather it not break it right now, but we'll see. You know, because if it gets rejected here, there's obvious resistance here. So when it finally breaks that obvious resistance at 57 cents, you know, it'll have a lot more momentum to go up. But if it breaks it now, you know, I mean, while it shows strength, it doesn't give me that pre-market high break like I want it to. And so we'll see. PETS, Jake. Yeah, huge gap. A little bit more expensive of a stock, but a big gap nonetheless. Big gap up. It's at 43.40 right now. Its high was 44.75. So not that much under its high for this, you know, relative to the price of the stock, but it is a big gap going up from 36.74 to you know, a little bit under $10 gap. So big gap. STX is still running as well. So we'll see if this one can hold over this 39.50 area. Big gap though. Yeah, Troy, here in Texas, man, it's probably 30 degrees outside right now. I have to check. I'll have to look at my phone, but yeah, it's probably 30 degrees, but the humidity here makes it feel much, much colder. I've lived up in Ontario for, you know, I've lived up there for a few months before, and you know, while it's like -10 sometimes, you know, the humidity down here makes it feel almost as cold as that. There's just no snow because of the humidity, and so it's cold. I got my fire going, you know. Troy's here. Troy's in Alaska, Robert. Yeah, Troy's up there in Alaska, man. Always wanted to go to Alaska, never been. So ATOS is sitting right at that previous pre-market high at 57 cents. We'll see what that one does. I'll see if I can find anything else that's moving today. Alright guys, so watching TRXC, ATOS, TISA, DRYS, EVOK, OVAS, STX, AGEN, XNET, and AIMT. I'll go ahead and add a bunch of the stocks I'm watching. I'll go ahead and add it in the chat again. Alright, so this is a few of them I'm watching in no particular order. Go ahead and add it to the chat. Mark, I'm just outside of Houston. I'm in North Houston. I'm not even in Houston, but I'm just north of Houston, man. All right, so it looks like TISA starting to push back up at 172. DRYS at 372. We'll see if TRXC can hold this previous high of support and really just hold over this 350 level. That's the more important level. Okay, so morning Black Monday. Watching STX, it is at 39.72. It's testing that $40 area for STX. Big move on this one. Watching TISA, ATOS, TRXC, OVAS, EVOK, AGEN, XNET. XNET broke that range, dropped below it. I don't like it as much now. Alright guys, we got a minute and a half here. Good luck everyone. I hope everyone makes some money today. ACRX, Andre. So am I, Mark. I don't really want to tell anybody where I'm at, but yeah, that's where I'm at too, man. That's crazy, though. You're in the same city as me, Mark. You ever need a real estate, Mark, hit me up, man. Alright, so I'm watching TRXC, ATOS, TISA, DRYS, EVOK, OVAS, STX, AGEN, XNET, AIMT. Alright, 10 seconds, guys. So here we go. So TRXC is dropping below this 350 level. Gonna watch it. ATOS falling as well. STX, the more expensive stock's pushing up really nicely. Breaking 40 cents now. TEUM, guys, is pushing up. So is EVOK. Big washout by TEUM. TISA is pushing up as well. Let's see. TRXC, big washout on that one. Alright, right now I'm watching TISA. DRYS. Let's see. Big washout on TRXC, guys. I hope nobody got stuck in TRXC there, unless you were going short. Watching DRYS. I mean, it's pretty small. I mean, it's probably 1600 right now. X rush, but I use small share size, man, just because I'm still learning to trade. You know, I'm not using huge sizing, and so I'm just using tiny sizing. Watching DRYS here. Everything else kind of washing out today. Maybe there'll be some washout long setups, who knows, but everything for the most part's washing out. It's ATNM, GEVO. Nice. I didn't see that one. All right, ANTM, you said. ANTM's too expensive for me. But DRYS is breaking that previous kind of wall it had right there. ATNM, or yeah, ATNM. Oh. Alright, so DYRS breaking that high of the day. Watching DRYS now. I think it broke it for a second. Let's see. Watching it. Fell below it. Gotta wait for it to cleanly break that. See if it flags here. GEVO has a wall here at 71 cents. So we'll see if it can hold and push above it. ATNM washing out. Alright, so we'll see if DRYS, there goes GEVO pushing over it. I actually still own one share of GEVO from when I was learning to trade on UStock. You can see I still own one share. Just from, I bought a share just to learn how to buy and sell positions, but we'll see what it does here. Alright, there goes DRYS. I'm going to get in with 50 shares here on DRYS. Try to let it run a little bit. See if it tests $4. Alright, so I'm in DRYS with 50 shares, small share size. It's at 386 now. And so we'll see if it keeps pushing up here. 387, it's nice. We'll see if it keeps going. Test $4 is what I'm ultimately hoping it does here. Probably you should have used a little bit bigger sizing with this one, just because it doesn't have a big, like that big of a range, but it's okay. It's always okay to protect my account a little bit, only use tiny sizing. Looked like it was a good trade idea though. Got in after that first 1 minute pullback after it broke that pre-market high. It's up to 389 now. 392. So I've got a little bit of a leeway on it to let it work for me. I'll try to let it see if it runs up and tests 4. Up to 393. 394. That's good. Go ahead and sell here for about a $4 profit on DRYS. Small profit. Should have used a little bit larger sizing on that one, but it was a decent trade idea nevertheless. And so that's really all I care about, is getting in good setups, and that was definitely one of them on DRYS. We'll see if it tests 4. I'll consider getting in if it can test $4 again. But it's up to 394 now, 395. Yeah, I'm just worried it's going to get rejected at that $4 area. So that's ultimately the reason why I got out. But a green trade nevertheless. Kind of disappointed I didn't use a little bit larger sizing, but oh well. Green trade nevertheless. And it was a good trade idea, as you can see, pushing up nicely to 397 now. So you can never underestimate the power of that first red candle, that first 1 minute pullback strategy. It's one of my favorites. So LBIX. Nice job, Andre. JMEI. LBIX is moving. LBIX as well. So DRYS is at that $4 level now. Got rejected. It needs a pullback though. Watching GEVO here too. GEVO. It's trying here. May get in GEVO. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the setup, but not a lot of volume in GEVO. We'll see if the volume picks up. That's ultimately what I'm watching with that one. Nice job, Jake. Hey man, you held it for longer than I did. I think I got in at 382, got out at 392. And so you held it longer than me, man. Good job, bro. LBIX pushing up nicely. Yeah, you can see here, guys, I'm still holding 1 share of GEVO. From when I first started trading on UStock, I was trying to learn how to buy and sell. And so I just bought 1 share of GEVO, still holding it. I'm down 2 cents from where I got in at. And so maybe one day it'll push up to 100. I'll make some money on it. We'll see. Yeah, I want to see the volume pick up on JMEI. Big wall at 313. I think somebody said, yeah. Somebody said that already. So yeah, big wall there. We'll see if it can pick up some. This LBIX is pushing up nicely. The only problem is there's not really that much room for an entry. There's no really big pullbacks. I guess you could have gotten in on this micro pullback here, but not a lot of room for an entry here, but it's pushing up nicely. If you consider this a pullback, you know, that's a nice flag pattern. But we'll see. Up to 237. Yeah, I was worried DRYS would get rejected at 4, and it did, and so it looks like where we got out was a good point, guys. STX moving. JMEI kind of flagging here. We'll see if the volume picks up when it breaks this 313 level, if it breaks it. Yeah, STX is pushing up. It's at 40.24 now. We'll see if it holds support over 40. That's what I'm watching for this one. LBIX pushing up nicely as well. There we it goes, washing out some. LBIX needed a pullback though, so we'll see if it gives us one here for an entry. Nice job, Troy. Good job, bro. XNET kind of having a washout long setup here. So watching XNET to see if it can break over $7.40. That's what I'm watching for that one, to see if it breaks. Big wall at 313 here. Wow. We'll see if JMEI can ever break that big wall. Yeah, LBIX needed a pullback. And there it is. So it could be a good first 1 minute candle pullback on LBIX. Man, I need to get a jacket or turn my heater on. I'm freezing. I'm stuttering a little bit just because it's cold. Alright, so watching LBIX now. There it goes. 1 minute pullback on LBIX. Now it's breaking over that 250 area. We'll see if it can hold over it. That's what I'm really watching. Alright, so LBIX trying. I'm going to go get a jacket, guys, so I'll be back. JMN. I can't walk away for a second. I'm watching JMEI. Okay, there it goes. JEMI breaking over that wall. It's pushing. Volume picking up to 316. I'll be back, guys. I gotta go get a jacket or something. Okay, so I found a sweater. Watching JMEI. Watching LBIX as well. Don't necessarily trust LBIX just because it could fake people out here. And so I'm probably not going to get in it here. We'll see if it breaks that 255 level, starts to push. Check out RIOT. Broke over 9. Testing that 950 level now. We'll see if the volume can pick up on RIOT. There goes LBIX up to 262. Probably going to have a decent push here. Watching LBIX. Like I said, I don't necessarily trust it. We'll see, though. It could run. See if it holds support over this 250 level now. JMEI is trying to push over that previous high. Also OHGI, guys, if you check out OHGI, it's kind of pushing up nicely now. Let's see if I can trade this one on UStock. Yeah, OHGI. Up to 120. Pushing up big. Up to 123 on OHGI. A lot of volume picking up on this one, guys, so check out OHGI. Up to 127. Big push. Problem is I don't have an entry. I'm not just going to jump in on this one without an entry unless it pulls back or tries to break. We'll see. JMEI starting making that push. See if we can break that 316 previous high. Well, here's a pullback on OHGI. We'll see how nice the pullback looks. There goes JMEI breaking over 317 or breaking over 316 where that previous high was on JMEI. Nice job, Andre. You said DXTR. Yeah, DXTR's flagging really nicely. We'll see though. A lot of long up down wicks on this one, which means there's a lot of buying pressure. So that's usually a good thing. We'll see if it holds over 23. JMEI just doesn't have that volume I'm looking for. Watching LBIX here. You're in JMEI at 311. This is a good entry. Yeah, you should be able to comfortably set a stop at break even on JMEI. I'm not an investment professional, so I'm not liable, but if I was trading it, that's a good stop for a break even trade. Good trade, Andre. Nice job. Good job, Black Monday. Good call out, man. There goes DXTR and OHGI. They're both trying to push. There goes DXTR. Big push. The only problem I have with these cheap stocks is I'm just not used to the sizing. You know, usually with any stock in between $1 and $5, I can comfortably get in with 50 shares. With this one being at 24 cents, I don't know how many shares to buy. I guess I could buy 100 shares. But it wouldn't do that much. It would have to push up a lot, so 200 would probably be a little bit better, but still watching it. That's the only problem I have with them. We'll see if it holds support over 24 here. Maybe 150. DXTR pushing up nicely, going to test that 25-cent level, it looks like. OHGI broke over that previous high as well. DXTR, big push, guys. Big push on DXTR. Nice call out, whoever called DXTR out. SNES. Who, me, Robert? I don't know, man. Probably not. I mean, I'm guessing I'll probably just stay a retail trader unless, you know, a big hedge fund wants to hire me, which is very doubtful. I'll probably just stay a retail trader. We'll see how I do, though, you know. I'm still in the new stage of trading. I mean, I've been consistent and profitable, but I've been using really small sizing, so it's not like I've been making that much. So we'll see how the future goes, but I don't know if you're talking about me anyway. 26.5 sits now for AR for DXTR, pushing up really nicely. You can see some obvious flag patterns here. OHGI washing out. Almost got in, but glad I didn't. Yeah, we'll see if SNES can hold support over this $2 area and pick up some volume. That's what I'm watching that one for. DRIO tried to make a push. RENN. Slow grind up. Broke this 1050 level. Trying to make a push. We'll see if it tests 11. Kind of a slower moving one. Slow grind up, but we'll see. Big pullback on DXTR, but it bounced right back. So a lot of buying pressure, it looks like. THC. See if it tests this $15 level on THC. And let me see what else is moving. Yeah, I didn't trust LBIX. It's been moving so much these last few days. You know, usually a stock has the most momentum in the first few days of its push, but LBIX has been running for the last few weeks, and so that's ultimately the reason I didn't trust it as much. FRED, slow grind. THC's looking like it's going to test that $15 level. Yeah, I don't trust DXTR anymore. It's just you know, you could see 3 or 4 flag patterns on the 1 minute. The 5 minute may look better, but yeah, the 5 minute looks a little bit better. You were still in OHGI, Andre? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, it has support over this, right around this 110 area. And so we'll see what it does here. It has support there. So we'll see if it can hold over that support, is what I'm watching. We'll see, though, you know. DXTR pushing back up. We'll see if it runs as well. PLUG. Yeah, a little bit of see, its range is here. Not a huge range. It's not moving that much, but you can see there and about right here. Alright, so DXTR is trying to push up over 26 now. Just broke it up to 26. It's going to test that high of the day. Needs a pullback on the 5 minute. EXPR, DRYS, Black Monday. There it goes. DXTR breaking over that high of the day. Yeah, DRYS breaking over $4 now. We'll see if it holds it as support. DXTR still pushing up nicely. Let's see if it tests that 27-cent level on DXTR. DRYS still trying to push. Let's look at the 2-minute on DXTR. Yeah, we'll see if it holds support over this 26 level now. JMEI, guys, is still pushing. Missed the second push from this one. It's up to 320 now. So check out JMEI. It's still pushing up nicely. DXTR breaking over 27. See if it can hold over it now. I just feel like I'd be chasing if I got in DXTR. I can't have FOMO on this one. I can't have fear of missing out. I've already missed a lot of it, but I'm not going to chase it now. Alright, so DRYS breaking over, hitting the high of the day. Not that big follow through after that break though. There's a big wall at 279 on PLUG. We'll see. JMEI creeping back up still, up to 322. LBIX trying to come back here. Bounced off of 240. So about a 1.5 risk to reward ratio on LBIX if you got in at 250. Risk would be 240. Reward would be 265. So that's up now. That's gone now. Now it's about a 1-to-1 risk reward. So we'll see. A little bit less now. Not as appealing. But LBIX nevertheless trying to push back up. JMEI, a very slow mover. But it's pushing up nevertheless. We'll see what it does here. Alright, so there goes DRYS up to 407, 408. 409. 410, 411 on DRYS. So check out DRYS, guys. It's breaking out. I missed my entry right here. Could have gotten in, just didn't pull the trigger on it on DRYS. Up to 412, 414. Reaching 415, guys. So watching DRYS here. JMEI had a little 1-minute pullback on JMEI. What's up, NG? It's been a while since I seen you, man. Where you been at, man? You're holding LBIX. Where's your entry, NG? James, it all depends. You know, if it looks really, I like to use the 1 minute within the first 15 or, you know, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, but it all depends. It all depends on what I'm looking at. Like you can look at DXTR here, and the 5 minute looks substantially more appealing for DXTR just because it's second pullback, and so it needs a pullback on the 5 minute, and so it all just depends. I try to look at them from all the different charts to see where I can find the best entry, if that makes sense, and so it all depends. I like to use the 1 minute in the first 30 minutes of the market open, really, but it all depends. And guys, if you're just now joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see me, you know, go over what's moving in pre-market and trade my small account at the open every morning. Make sure you like this stream as well. Hit that like button. It definitely helps support us. We appreciate it. DRYS pushing up to 417. 419 now. We'll see if it holds support here now. Still watching DXTR for this 5 minute pullback here. It needs a pullback though, we'll see. JMEI flagging right here, but it's not a big mover at all. So we'll see what this one does. DRYS falling back down. See if it holds over this 414 level like I was saying. 415, 414. CASI Black Monday. Oh, I missed that one. Good call out, man. Yeah, it had this top right here at the 260 level. We'll see if it holds. Up to 270, back down to 262. Big drop. Look at that fake out, man. That was a scary fake out. It looked like it was going to run, and it washed all the way back down. Now it's right back up, so we'll see. Horrible spread on CASI, though. Not the type of spread I want to see. It's probably a really low float stock. That's probably why the spread's like that, but we'll see. It's trying here. There goes DRYS breaking over into 420 area. Alright, so now I'm watching DXTR. It had finally had a 5 minute pullback here. JMEI, big pullback. There goes DXTR. Yeah, I'm watching CASI. See what DXTR does here. See if it holds over 25 now. Doesn't look like it. Yep, dropped under it. Don't like DXTR now. Down to 24.5 cents. See if I could find anything else that's moving. Big drop on DRYS as well. Let's see. LBIX is struggling here. Dropped below that previous high. DXTR, huge pullback on this one too. EV okay. Fell down at the open, washed out. We'll see if it can rebound here. It looks like it found some support over $3. See if we see anything else. ESIO. Watching LABD here. Big pullback on DXTR on the 5-minute. Not going to mess with it. See if it holds support here at 24, but probably not messing with that one. So there's a little bit of a range forming here on DRYS. Let's see if we can break that, test that high at 420. RENN, guys, check out RENN. Pushing up, broke over 11, held it as support. Made this nice flag pattern here. We'll see DXTR falling down. DRYS washing out here. Yeah, I don't see a ton of good setups. I did like RENN, but I missed the entry of about 11.14, and so don't like it as much as I did now just because I missed my entry. Still waiting to see if I can see anything else moving, guys. Let me know if you see anything. I wonder what TRXC is doing now. Yeah, TRXC, big washout on that one. So RENN had this 1-minute pullback here. We'll see if it can run up now. Not a ton I like, to be honest, right now. Not going to force anything. Up about $3 or $4. Not big at all, but I'm green nevertheless. And there's not a lot of good setups that I see going on right now. TRXC is forming a channel here. You see this very obvious channel here. So we'll see if it can range break out this. Either way, if it drops under that, I don't like it. It's good for a short if it drops under that. If it pops above that, there's a little bit of room, so we'll watch it. RENN pushing up to $11.30. RENN bouncing off of that 1150s area, but pushing up nicely. CASI bouncing off of that previous support level. You can see I even drew that right on the chart before any of this, and you can see it bounced right off of that here, bounced right off of that, and so looks to be holding support over this previous high where all of this previous support was. As you can see, there's a lot of previous support right around that 250 level. And so we'll see if it can hold now, push up. The EVOK fake out got you, Andre. Which one? This one right here? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of flagging up. If it can break over that previous high, it has some room, but we'll see. RENN testing that 1150 mark again. We'll see what RENN does here. RENN's trying right here to break this 1150 mark. Big upwicks here, which means selling pressure though. So we'll see. Big wall at 1150. We'll see what happens. A lot of sellers here on the level 2 at 1142, so we'll see if it holds above that. See if it can break this seller right here. DXTR is trying to come back. Oh yeah, ATOS is making a comeback here. Up to 55 cents. Gonna watch ATOS now. Needs a pullback on the 5-minute though. Let's look at the 2-minute. ATOS at 56 cents. Watching it. Good call out, Troy. KELV. I'm not finding that Black Monday. It's not showing up. Big washout on ATOS. Yeah, it needed a pullback. I just don't like this big of a pullback. All the way down to 53 cents.
Not a lot of volume on that drop though, so we'll see if it bounces right back and rebounds here. Watching EVOK here, still watching it over this level. You see it found resistance here and here. So we'll see. So there goes the rebound on ATOS. KALV, KALV. Yeah, we'll see if we can hold over 13. Watching EVOK here. Looks to be finding some support at 13. Huge spread though on KALV. For that reason, I'm not going to mess with it because it has a, right now it has a 24-cent spread, 23-cent spread, so a huge spread on KALV. Back down to about 13-cent spread now. We'll see if it gets a little bit better. Still watching EVOK here. Like I said, if it can break this, it has a little bit of room here, at least to the 340 area. EVOK's trying right here. Alright, so ATOS had that pullback. It was a really big pullback, but now it's testing that previous high again. See if we can break over this 57-cent level on ATOS. Trying here up to 56 cents. On ATOS. DRYS. Yeah, it looks to be holding support at $4. We'll see. OHGI. Needs some volume to pick up. Alright, so there goes EVOK. ATOS is at 56 cents now as well. ATOS just couldn't get over that 57-cent level. That's a big resistance level right there, big wall. We'll see if it finally breaks it, but it's having trouble for sure. EVOK trying to break over that previous high at 27 cents up to 28. There we go. There's a little bit of a push here. See if we can fill some of this big gap down. ATOS is trying here. Yeah, Dries broke under it. SENS. Let's see if it tries to make a comeback here over $2. Yeah, EVOK couldn't break that previous resistance. I mean, it broke it for a split second, but it got back down. It needs to hold support over this level before I consider it. Nice job, LB. Good job, bro. Yeah, man. Nothing wrong with keeping your profits where they're at, man. Not forcing anything else. Good job, man. Check out NTLA. If you like the more expensive ones, NTLA's running. Broke over 29. So check that one out if you like the more expensive ones. Aside from that, I'm just patiently waiting, see what ATOS does, see what EVOK does. Watching OHGI as well, see if it makes another push, but we'll see what that one does. ATOS trying to come back here. Same thing with EVOK. Looks like it's trying to make a push. A little bit of a triangle here forming on EVOK. Watching EVOK here. ATOS is up to 56 cents. Watching that one as well. See if it can finally break that 57 area resistance it's had in after hours, pre-market, and today. So we'll see. Watching EVOK here for this ascending triangle pattern right here. Might be a little bit closer. There we go. So we had a pullback on NTLA here, bouncing off of $29. We'll see if it can make another push, breaking that $29.38 high and test that $0.50 at $29.50. Check out HTGM. It's starting to run a little bit. HTGM up to 241. Watching this triangle here on EVOK. Don't know if EVOK is going to make it. But man, look at this range right here. Very obvious channel right here on ATOS. See if it can eventually break. Big washout on HTGM. Also, I said there was a channel forming on TRXC. You can see here. Looks like it's going to push for it. There goes TRXC at 336. There it goes. TRXC broke that channel finally. Barely broke it. We'll see if it holds support over it now on TRXC. Yeah, no problem, LB. Good luck, man. Okay, so ATOS finally making that push up. We'll see if it breaks. EXPR. Alright, so there goes ATOS, guys. It finally broke it. Big level 2. I don't know if these guys are trying to scare me off on the level 2, but a lot of sellers on the level 2 at 58 cents. A lot of sellers there at 58 cents on level 2. EVOK falling down, broke that triangle. A lot of sellers. Look at this level 2. Big buyer at 56.5 cents. So we'll see if ATOS can hold support over this previous high at 57 cents. That's what I want to see now. But yeah, you can see this range breakout on TRXC as well. Right here. It had this range right here. It finally broke it. And it had some room up to this point, and so TRXC pushing up, broke that range, just missed it. EXPR testing 7. Gonna adjust my triangle on EVOK since it found some support there. See if it holds that now. Don't like it as much now, but still watching it nevertheless. Alright, so TRXC, after it broke that range, that obvious range right here, it started to push up nicely. It's testing that 350 level. My next entries would be after it broke the high, either here or here. EXPR, the volume spiked up, but it's not moving much, so we'll see what it does. HTGM. Yeah, it just doesn't have volume, so it's getting kind of a little whippy here. It just doesn't have volume. Alright, so ATOS trying here. TRXC breaking up for that 350 level. It's at 57 cents now for ATOS. HTGM trying to come back, break that previous high at 248. We'll see.
Watching this pullback on TRXC here as well. See if it can kind of break over clean that 350 level. It's up to 349 again. Watching AGEN here as well. See if it reverses. Yeah, not a ton of volume on ATOS, so we'll see. TRXC couldn't get over 350. HTGM slowly kind of creeping back. See if the volume picks up if it breaks this previous high right here at 248. TNDM. HTGM up to that previous high. I'm not finding anything Black Monday for TNDM. TDNM. No, I'm not finding anything. Yeah, Black Monday, can you clarify which one that is? I'm not finding it. Oh, TNDM is what you were talking about. Okay, watching it. Yeah, this one is a former runner, I believe. Yeah. Volume spiked. Up to 279. Missed the entry on it though, so not going to jump in it now until it has another pullback. See if it runs. It's at 277. See if it can break 3. If it breaks 3, it's got a little bit of room. 290 and 3. So we'll see. Check out the 5-minute. Maybe it looks better. Yeah, the 5-minute's a much prettier chart. CCCR up to 380, volume spike. And a big drop. Wow. Not a ton of volume on that drop, so we'll see if it holds, but definitely don't like the drop. Yeah, popped right back. There's no volume on that drop. That's ultimately why it popped back. It's at 375 now. TNDM had that big drop and then pick right back up. Same thing, it didn't have that much volume on the drop, but we'll see. TRXC kind of flagging here to see if it can get over this 350 level. Yeah, TRXC flagging, guys. There it goes, up to 353. Let's see if it can break this 356 high of the day. If it does that, I may jump in it. It's up to 355. There it goes.
to 355 now. Up to 359. Broke that 356 level that I was looking for. Let's see if it holds support. To 359, up to 360, 362, 363, 365, big push. TRXC up to 364. I just don't have an entry now. Should have gotten in when it broke that previous high up to 367 now. 369. Huge push. Yeah, when it broke this previous high here, had a lot of momentum, especially after breaking the 350s up to 371 now. Huge push. Missed it, but it's okay. 365. Bounce back down. Just waiting to see if there's an entry on it. Don't want to chase. Big drop. Yeah, I want to see it hold over this pre-market high. That's the biggest thing. Looks like EVOK didn't work out for my triangle play. Big washout on TNDM. See if it holds over that open high right here at 356. But yeah, you can see here I formed this range earlier in the day. Once it broke that range, it started to push up, flag really nicely. Then once it broke this open high right here, it pushed up nicely as well. I just want to see it hold over this at least, over this 356 open high right here. And then push, break this pre-market high again. We'll see. Nice job, Troy. Awesome job, man. Alright, so now it's pushing back up. We'll see if this is another flag here. Up to 360. $363. $364. There it goes. Bounced right off of that open high. We'll see though. Maybe a little late for this one. There goes EVOK pushing back up to 325 now. Alright, so it's at 358 for TRXC. We'll see if it holds support over that 356 level like I was saying. It's pulling back here. May look better on a different time frame. Let's check it out on the 5 minute or the 2 minute and then the 5 minute. I don't really like the 5 minute. It does need a pullback. It's at 356 now. We'll see if it holds. Let's look at the 2 minute. No, drop below that open high. $352. Yeah, I think I was just a little bit late. So we'll see if it holds this previous resistance at the 350s as support now. That's what I'm watching for that one. Still watching EV okay. See if it can break. SPPI, watching this one to see if it holds over 20 now after this push. Still watching TRXC here. It found some support at that 350 level, so gonna watch it. See if STX can reverse here. Up to 361. So ATOS, it did eventually push. I missed it. Broke over that pre-market high. It's at 60 cents now. Trying up to almost 61 cents here. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to shut my stream down a little bit early. I have some stuff to handle with my Amazon business, and so I'm going to go work on that stuff. I may get in something else. I'll let you guys know if I do and upload that video. If you're just now joining the stream or if this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and slap a like on this video. We definitely appreciate the support, and I day trade live every morning starting at 8:45 a.m. I go over what's moving in pre-market, and like I said, trade my small account live at the open. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, and check us out. Thanks for watching. Good luck in the market for the rest of the day. Have a decent amount of volume in the market, so hopefully we can all make some money. I'm up about $4, so a very small amount. Just taking it slow. We'll see what happens, but good luck for the rest of the day, guys, and thanks for watching.